Those dark corners in your garden don't have to stay empty. I'm Sam, and I'm going to show you 7 amazing plants that actually love the shade. These aren't your typical sun-loving flowers. These are the champions that will transform those problem spots into beautiful garden features. If you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for Seniors Gardening Advice. We share practical tips every week to help you create the garden you've always wanted. And don't forget to like this video. It really helps us reach more gardening enthusiasts like you. Many gardeners struggle with shaded areas. They complain that nothing seems to grow. But here's the truth. You're probably just choosing the wrong plants. The key isn't fighting the shade, it's working with it. When you select plants that naturally prefer shadowy conditions, you'll be amazed at how well they perform. Let me walk you through my top 7 picks, and I'll explain exactly why each one deserves a place in your shady garden spots.
Number 7. Mahonia Charity. Let's kick things off with one of the tallest options, Mahonia Charity. This plant is an absolute winner for dim areas of your garden. It's an evergreen with spiky leaves that stay green all year round. The real magic happens between November and March when it produces stunning clusters of bright yellow flowers. Just imagine color in your garden during the coldest, grayest months when everything else looks dead. The structure of this plant is quite architectural. It adds height and drama to shady spaces. Mahonia Charity can reach impressive heights, sometimes growing up to 3 meters tall. Now don't let that worry you. If it starts getting too big, you can prune it back hard in early spring. Just cut it down and fresh new shoots will emerge, keeping the plant bushy and more compact. The flower display is spectacular. Bright yellow blooms arranged in large spikes that really stand out in winter. The spiky foliage gives it character and makes it different from other shade plants. This is a plant that earns its keep by looking good when your garden needs it most. If you're finding this helpful, please share this video with your gardening friends and drop a comment below telling me which of these plants you'd like to try first. I read every single comment.
Number 6. Hydrangea Lace Cap. Moving to number 6, we have the beautiful hydrangea, specifically the lace cap variety. The name hydrangea actually gives you a big clue about what these plants love. Hydra means water. These plants don't enjoy hot, dry conditions at all. When it gets too hot and dry, the flowers droop and look miserable. But give them dappled shade, even quite deep shade, and soil that holds moisture well, and they'll reward you with an incredible display. The lace cap type has a unique flower structure. Around the outer edge, you'll see large, showy florets. These are actually sterile and exist just for show. In the center, you'll find tiny fertile flowers. This creates a beautiful lacy appearance, which is how the lace cap got its name. Here's something interesting about hydrangeas and soil chemistry. If your soil is acidic, you can grow blue hydrangeas. But if you're gardening on chalk or limestone, alkaline soil, your hydrangeas will turn pink. Even if you bought them blue, the alkaline soil changes their ability to produce blue pigment. They'll stay pink, but honestly, pink lace cap hydrangeas are absolutely gorgeous. Unlike Mahonia, hydrangeas are deciduous, losing their leaves in winter. But from midsummer onward through autumn, the flower show is magnificent. The lush foliage looks fantastic, and those lace cap flowers are simply stunning. Before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to Seniors Gardening Advice yet, now's the perfect time. We're building a community of passionate gardeners, and your support means everything. Click subscribe and join us.
Number 5. Heuchera. At number 5, let me introduce you to Heuchera. These plants make excellent ground cover in shaded areas. The foliage alone is worth growing them for, leaves that are beautifully marbled and patterned. But Heucheras don't stop there. In spring and summer, they send up delicate stems topped with small bell-shaped flowers arranged like little candelabras. The variety I'm showing you here is called Paris, and it has lovely pink flowers. Heucheras have been extensively bred, particularly in Oregon in the United States, where plant breeders have created varieties with flowers in different shades, some pale, some darker. The foliage varieties are equally impressive. You can find types with deep plum purple leaves, or like this one, marbled gray-green foliage. I prefer the marbled gray-green varieties for shady spots because they show up better in low light conditions. The subtle coloring adds brightness to dark corners. Imagine this planted in a dingy area of your garden. It would light it right up. Many people think you can't have colorful flowers in shade, and while that's true for some very bright flowered plants, Heuchera proves that wrong completely. The colors are vibrant and cheerful, even in low light. These plants are easy to propagate, too. You can divide them to make more plants. On sandy, well-drained soils, divide them in autumn. On heavier soils, do it in spring, just before the flowers start pushing up. Heucheras perform well in almost any soil type and any degree of shade. They're reliable, beautiful, and versatile.
Number 4. Pachysandra. Number 4 might surprise you, it's Pachysandra. I'll be honest, I used to think this plant was boring, but over the years I've grown to really appreciate what it offers, and now I use it regularly in shady gardens. Pachysandra has glossy green leaves with serrated edges, a bit like a serrated knife. Those leaves get even glossier as they mature, and here's why that matters: they reflect light. In a shady spot where light is precious, those reflective leaves brighten things up considerably. The plant produces small, tufty white flowers on top of the rosettes of green leaves. But the real value of Pachysandra is its growth habit. It spreads to form a thick evergreen carpet. It never grows very tall, only about 4 or 5 inches high, so it makes a perfect low-maintenance ground cover. This is much more interesting than plain ivy, and it's incredibly reliable. Pachysandra thrives in almost any soil and certainly handles shade with ease. It creates a dense, weed-suppressing mat that stays green year-round. Once established, it needs virtually no maintenance. For those tricky spots under trees or along shady borders, Pachysandra is your friend. It solves the problem of what to plant where grass won't grow and most other plants struggle. Are you enjoying these tips? Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with anyone who's struggling with shady garden areas. Your support helps seniors' gardening advice reach more people.
Number 3, Epimedium. We're getting near the top now. Number 3 is Epimedium. This plant has a wonderful common name, bishop's hat. When you see the leaves, you'll understand why. They're shaped just like a bishop's mitre, and the coloring is absolutely glorious. The flowers appear before the new leaves emerge. They're spidery, delicate blooms in yellow, white, or red, depending on the variety. Then come the leaves, which start out with beautiful reddish coloring on the newer growth, contrasted with green veins. As the season progresses, the leaves turn fully green and remain evergreen through much of the year. Eventually, in winter, they take on a rusty color. The foliage display alone makes Epimedium worth growing. The young leaves with their red and green coloring are particularly attractive. This is a plant that gives you 2 seasons of interest: spring flowers and colorful foliage that lasts for months. Epimedium is another excellent ground cover for shade. It spreads steadily without being invasive, creating attractive drifts of foliage. It's tough, reliable, and adds real beauty to shaded areas where many plants would fail.
Number 2. Lady's Mantle. Alchemilla mollis. At number 2, we're really getting into my personal favorites now. Alchemilla mollis, commonly known as lady's mantle. You might glance at this and think it looks plain, just green. But look closer. Those flowers aren't just any green, they're lime green. And as they open fully, they become even more yellow. The effect is luminous, especially in shade. The leaves are covered in fine hairs and have an amazing property. They hold water droplets like mercury within them. After rain, you'll see perfect spherical drops of water sitting on the leaves, catching the light beautifully. It's magical. These lime green flowers are fantastic for cutting. They make excellent fillers in bouquets and arrangements for your kitchen table. They add a soft, foamy texture to flower arrangements.
Lady's mantle works wonderfully as an edging plant or as a mat in shaded areas. It will self-seed freely, which is lovely if you're in a naturalistic garden where that look works well. If you want to control it and prevent self-seeding, simply cut off the fading flowers with shears before they set seed. The botanical name mollis means softly downy. Stroke the leaves and you'll feel how soft and velvety they are. This is a plant with texture, color, and charm. It's thoroughly deserving of its high position on this list. Keep watching because number 1 is truly special. And while you're here, hit that like button if you're learning something useful today.
Number 1, hardy geranium. And now at number 1, the hardy geranium, also known as cranesbill. I absolutely love hardy geraniums. There are dozens of varieties available, with flowers in white, pink, crimson, and every shade in between. The one I'm showing you here is a soft pink variety called Geranium phaeum. It's one of the earliest to flower in spring. There's another form of Geranium phaeum with really dark, dusky purple flowers, almost black. It's called Morning Widow because of those dark blooms. But the pink varieties are equally beautiful and perhaps more cheerful. These plants belong to the cranesbill family. The name comes from the seed pods, which form after the flowers fade. If you look closely, you'll see they're shaped like a crane's beak or a stork's bill. It's quite charming. All the cranesbill geraniums are fantastic in shade. They form spreading mats of ground cover and produce masses of flowers. Some varieties, like Geranium macrorhizum, are almost evergreen, keeping their leaves right through winter. This makes them incredibly useful for year-round garden interest. While they cope brilliantly with shade, they also stud themselves with colorful blooms throughout the growing season, followed by those distinctive cranesbill seed heads. That's why hardy geranium takes the top spot on my list of plants for shade. They're versatile, beautiful, reliable, and come in enough varieties to suit any garden style or color scheme.
Important tips for success. Now, before you rush out to plant these in your shady spots, let me share some crucial advice. Soil in shaded areas is often poor quality. It's usually riddled with roots from surrounding trees and shrubs, which compete for nutrients and water. Don't just plunk plants into poor soil and expect miracles. Prepare the area properly. Dig in plenty of organic matter, compost, well-rotted manure, or leaf mold. Be as generous as you possibly can with soil enrichment. This gives your new plants the best possible start. When you plant, water everything in thoroughly. Really soak the root balls. During the first growing season, keep a close eye on your new plants. Check them regularly and water when needed, especially during dry spells. After planting and watering, apply a mulch to the damp soil. Chipped bark works well, or you can use other organic mulches. This seals in moisture, suppresses weeds, and keeps your plants growing steadily. The wonderful thing about all 7 of these plants is that they actually love rain. While some garden plants sulk in wet weather, these shade lovers thrive. They're perfectly adapted to those damp, dim conditions that many plants can't handle.
Final thoughts. Gardening has genuinely changed my life, and I know it can change yours too. Those shady problem areas in your garden can become features you're proud of. You just need to choose the right plants that work with nature instead of fighting against it. I'll be posting new videos every week right here on Seniors Gardening Advice, covering all sorts of practical gardening topics to help you succeed. So make sure you're subscribed and you've hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with your gardening friends. Leave a comment below telling me which of these 7 plants you're most excited to try. I love hearing from you, and I respond to as many comments as I can. Thanks for watching, and let's keep gardening together. Those shady spots are about to become your favorite parts of the garden. Sam from Seniors Gardening Advice.